There's always a risk with getting a donor snare when you're not familiar with the snare that's being donated. So you might recognize this hardware. This is the same as was used on the Catalog's snare drum, same style. But check that out. Either the seller was not aware of the problem, though frankly I'm not sure how he would be unaware of it with that piece missing. I didn't notice it until I took it off and went through each piece one at a time. I've got to contact the buyer to see what he wants to do. I expect that these lugs are not easy to come by. Hey everybody, it has been a while, of course. Sorry about that. The holidays were neither restful nor peaceful. I didn't get much done, I didn't get much sleep, but they were really good. I hope you had a good holiday season as well. I am getting back to work on the brown ebony snare today. I've got it marked for drilling. I'm drilling before I finish cutting the inside because I'm worried about tear out. I hate tear out, don't want to deal with it. And I've learned that if you drill first and then finish rounding the inside afterward, that any tear out gets cleared right up. Now because getting the spacing right for the two screws on the lugs is always such a pain, I'm terrible at it, just by doing measurements and marking the holes. I've come up with a little jig. I'll show you how that works after I get the first holes done. So I'm only going to do one hole for each. Then I've got a registration pin right here, which will go into that hole, and then I will go through. I'll use this to line up verticality on the line I have marked, and then drill through right there, and that should work. Anyway, through there, through the big hole, I can see my line. I've got little marks right there that are in the right spot. Dead center, perfect fit. And that tear out is why we drill before we finish cutting the inside of the drum. Okay, we are just a little bit over an 1/8 inch thick on the interior thickness. So I'm going to take one suit. So I've been taking pretty aggressive passes to this point because I'm just hogging out material. This last pass is going to be very, very shallow. And also I'm going to take very, very small increments of movement across the shell. That will get rid of as much of this scalloping as possible, and that'll make the sanding a lot easier. All right, one pass to go, then sanding until I die. I forgot one thing. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see this, but I'm going to cut the snare beds down here on the router table. I feel like I kind of need to up my snare bed game. I always cut them with a file, and I don't think they turn out as well as they can. So I'm going to go for an 1/8 inch deep snare bed, and I'm going to cut it square first, and then I will round it over or smooth it out the edge with the file. And I'm going pretty wide too. There we go. All right, I'll file them down. She is, with shoes on. So it's 8 by 15, 8 lugs. I just drilled those holes tonight. I think they're in the right place. Well, they are parallel and they're squared to the strainer and butt. Hopefully the client likes the depth on them. He was concerned about that before. Got the shell to just 1/8 of an inch thick with, I'd say they're actually about 5/8 inch. The reinforcement hoops, I think they're actually closer to about 5/8 inch thick. I don't consider myself a drum set player very much. I hardly ever play anymore. Mostly I just build. If you can't tell, at best I'm rusty. Thanks for watching, everybody. Cheers. Bye.